In the Marvel Multiverse, there are powerful beings, and then there are those who define reality itself. Among the highest echelon of power stand two almost mythical characters, the White Phoenix of the Crown and Franklin Richards. Let's begin with the White Phoenix. The Phoenix Force is one of the oldest cosmic entities in Marvel Comics, a representation of life that has not yet been born, of passion, rebirth, and potential. But there exists a state beyond the typical Phoenix avatars, known as the White Phoenix of the Crown, the true host in complete harmony with the Phoenix Force. This isn't just power, it's transcendence. In this form, the Phoenix is no longer corrupted by human emotions or conflict. It becomes a pure embodiment of creation and destruction. Jean Grey, one of the most powerful telepaths in the X-Men universe, becomes the White Phoenix of the Crown only once. When she does, she achieves full mastery over life and death, reality and time, and even the multiverse itself. She exists outside linear time, capable of rewriting the past, shaping the future, and choosing when to be reborn. Now, let's turn to Franklin Richards. Franklin Richards is not just a mutant, he's an Omega-level mutant with reality-warping powers so extreme that even Galactus has called him a peer. He's the son of Reed Richards and Susan Storm, members of the Fantastic Four. But unlike his parents, Franklin's power is not based on science, it's godlike. As a child, he subconsciously created entire universes while asleep. He resurrected Galactus as his herald. He rebuilt planets, gave sentience to stars, and once made Earth's heroes and villains forget the destruction of the multiverse. As an adult, Franklin Richards becomes a universal architect, a being capable of reshaping the fabric of the multiverse with thought alone. Now that we understand who these two titanic beings are, the real question begins. Cosmic power comparison, Phoenix Force versus Reality Warper? Let's break down their powers, not just by their potential, but by feats, limits, and intent. The White Phoenix of the Crown represents the pinnacle of the Phoenix Force's power. She exists beyond time. She controls the multiverse. She has the knowledge of billions of lives and timelines. She sees through reality like one would read a book and chooses whether or not to turn the page. She doesn't need to fight. She chooses what happens. The key to her power lies in existential manipulation. That means she doesn't just change matter, she can decide what matters. The difference here is subtle, but important. She's not rewriting things like a reality warper does. She's deciding whether something should exist at all. Franklin Richards, on the other hand, operates in a unique class of power, imaginative omnipotence. He dreams and universes are born. He feels loss, and civilizations are reshaped. Unlike Phoenix, who balances destruction and rebirth, Franklin is a creator, often naive, emotional, and raw. But that emotion is what fuels his strength. He once held the power to heal the multiverse after it collapsed in the 2015 Secret Wars. He made alternate Earths, gave Galactus a new purpose, and casually recreated an entire Marvel continuity that collapsed into nothingness. His feats are not just theoretical, they are recorded in Marvel canon as multiversal restoration acts. Now here's where the real tension arises, the difference between power and control. White Phoenix represents control, complete synchronization with the most powerful force in existence. Franklin represents potential, limitless but also sometimes chaotic. In raw power, they're equal. But in focus and spiritual command, the White Phoenix might have the edge. Morality and motivation, why they fight matters. Let's shift focus from power levels to intentions. Because in battles of godlike proportions, why you fight can sometimes decide who wins. The White Phoenix of the Crown is a peaceful, transcendent being. Her appearance typically signals a cosmic recalibration. She doesn't destroy because she must, she resets because the balance demands it. Her decisions aren't emotional, they are cosmic necessities. If she faces Franklin Richards, it's not out of anger, it's because his actions threaten the multiverse's natural evolution. Franklin, however, is different. Despite being one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe, he's still a human boy at heart. His motivations come from love, fear, loneliness, and longing. His reality warping stems from personal need rather than cosmic balance. This gives him incredible drive, but also vulnerability. In a confrontation, the White Phoenix may not need to overpower Franklin. She may simply awaken him, remind him of what he is doing and why. But if he's out of control or manipulated, then the battle becomes unavoidable. And when two gods collide, one pure, the other passionate, the question isn't just who's stronger, it's who can stay true to their essence without unraveling. Hypothetical battle, White Phoenix versus Franklin Richards. Now imagine this, a multiverse teetering on the edge of collapse. Galactus has fallen. The Watchers are silent. Eternity has fractured. Franklin Richards, overwhelmed by cosmic grief, begins rebuilding the multiverse in his own image. Worlds form not as they were, but how he feels they should be. A universe of emotion, not balance. Chaos with beauty. Pain with art. But then, the White Phoenix appears. Time stops. Reality freezes. Even Franklin feels it, a presence unlike any other. She doesn't speak. She resonates, like a bell ringing through all of existence. The multiverse responds to her, as if recognizing its mother. Franklin defends his creations. He warps dimensions, creates black hole prisons, resurrects ancient cosmic beings to stop her path. But she walks through them like stardust. Then he attacks directly, warping time, erasing laws of nature, turning energy into memory. Still, she remains. The White Phoenix doesn't counterattack. She rewrites. His attacks vanish before they exist. She doesn't just overpower Franklin, she guides him back to himself. And in one final burst of brilliance, Franklin sees his reflection in her flame, a boy, scared of loneliness, trying to recreate perfection. She embraces him. Not as an enemy. As a mirror. And with that, the multiverse is healed. Not by destruction, but by understanding. Final result, who wins this cosmic clash? So, who wins? If we talk about raw power, it's a tie. If we consider cosmic feats, both have reshaped realities and rivaled gods. But if we look at purpose, focus, and cosmic synchronization, the edge goes to the White Phoenix of the crown. Franklin Richards is potentially equal or greater in raw creation power, but his humanity, though beautiful, is also his weakness. He can be manipulated, he can overreach, and he can lose himself. The White Phoenix, however, has already transcended those limitations. She doesn't use power for herself. She is power. And in a battle not just of fists or minds, but of universal necessity, the Phoenix always rises to bring balance, even if it means defeating a godlike child with the power of infinite creation. In conclusion, White Phoenix of the Crown would likely win, not through destruction, but through enlightenment, guiding Franklin back to harmony. A true Phoenix victory, one that heals rather than burns. Check out my other videos for more epic character crossovers and battles. Thanks for watching, and stay happy and healthy.